Hi everybody, it's Miss Craig again. This is our Try It video for lesson 2 for week 7, angles of elevation and depression. Like our other Try It videos, we're going to just do a few select ones. You'll finish the rest and find the answers attached at the bottom of the Try It page. So first we're going to look at problem numbers 1 and 2, identifying the angles of elevation and depression. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead, pause the video, and then come back. So if we're looking at each of them, if we look at where angle 6 is, here's our line, here's a horizontal line, here's our line of sight. 6 is below it, so 6 would be an angle of depression. If we look at angle 7, here's our horizontal line, here's our line of sight. 7 would be above the horizontal line, so it would be an angle of elevation. And then we can see using that same line of sight, 6 and 7 are on opposite sides, so they would be congruent to each other. If I then look at, I'm going to erase these so we don't get confused. If I then look at where angle 8 is, here's my horizontal line, here's my line of sight. Angle 8 is below that horizontal line, so it is an angle of depression. And then if I look at my horizontal line and my line of sight, 9 is above that line of sight, so that makes it an angle of elevation. So if I'm looking at that same line of sight, 8 and 9 are on alternate sides, so they would also be congruent to each other. So now we're going to look at number 4. So if you haven't done it yet, go ahead, pause the video, come back when you're ready. So when we look at this, again, it's helpful if we draw a diagram to go with it. So it says that Luke's up in a 3rd-story window. So here's Luke up in his 3rd-story window. Here's the building. And he's yelling down to Angela, who's out here in the garden. This is his line of sight. And we want to find Angela to the building. So this is line of sight. It says that his angle of depression is 63 degrees and the window is 30 feet above the ground. So if we want to find Angela to the base of the building, so we know that if his angle of depression is 63, her angle of elevation would be 63 degrees. We could use our trig functions. If we're looking at Angela, if we use tangent, the tangent of 63 equal to opposite, which is 30, over adjacent, which is x. So if we cross multiply, we have x times the tangent of 63 is equal to 30. Divide both sides by the tangent of 63. And we would get x is equal to 15.3 feet. So now we're going to look at number 6. So again, if you haven't done it yet, pause the video, on pause when you're ready to go. Always best if we draw a picture first. So here we have Scott. He's sitting on the curb watching the 4th of July parade. He walks 75 feet. He gets to his hotel. His mom is up here in the balcony. His line of elevation is 23 degrees when he's looking up at mom. And they want us to find how high is Mom's balcony? So if we use Scott and we use tangent, we can say the tangent of 23 is equal to opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 75. So we'd have 75 tangent of 23 equals x. We'd put that into our calculator, and we would get that x is 31.8 feet, which would then be the height of our balcony. So again, go ahead and finish the ones you haven't done yet. If you're in my name is Thomas's class to activity 2, go on to show what you know. I know you will do great. Take care, and we will talk next week. Bye.